The three main founders of the Occupy Central movement in Hong Kong have turned themselves into police. This as pro-democracy protesters defy their calls to end the months-long occupation. This among concerns of rising violence. With more, we turn to Paul Lee at the News Center. Paul, this is certainly a heavy blow to the movement, especially since a revival of protests earlier this week seemed to indicate that there were actually regaining some momentum.
That's right, but it was actually those same violent clashes that pushed the three Occupy Central founders, Benny Tai, Chan Kin-man and Chu Yiu-ming, to surrender to authorities. They said they wanted to take responsibility for what the government has described as illegal protests. Student protest leaders and fellow supporters on Wednesday say they rejected calls from the Occupy Central leadership to pack up and return home. It shows that while united in their call for universal suffrage, demonstrators remain divided on how to follow through with the civic action, which some say has already run its course.
We hope the general public focus more on the reason for why CY Learn did not respond to our request on having a public meeting with the student, rather than just focus on whether the Occupy action will continue. If the government would try to get a meeting with the student to discuss on whether they will relaunch the political consultation immediately, actually they can solve the argument between the society. Yeah.
On Tuesday, the Occupy co-founders urged people to leave key protest areas from the city center over fears of further violence, saying the movement had deviated from its peaceful beginnings.